Well, hey y'all, welcome to a Showdown Saturday Suds on Uncle Bub's Bell Buckle Beer Reviews. And what I've got for you today is a couple of brews out of the Czech Republic. They're both dark lagers, and I thought I would compare them head to head today. I've got a Kutna Hora Czech Dark Lager 12 at a 4.9% ABV, and I can't get it close enough to the dadgum camera if y'all really see it. I've reviewed this beer back, I don't know, about a year ago, I guess. This dark lager, brewed using traditional decoction method from 4 types of malts, which gives this beer a dark color, a fuller body, and the characteristic aromas and flavors of chocolate and caramel. Founded in 1573, Kutna Hora is still independently owned and operated. With deep roots in the Czech beer scene, Kutna Hora continues to produce world-class pilsners and lagers. Imported by Ancient Craft Imports, and I'm actually friends with Ancient Craft Imports on Facebook. Paxico, Kansas. AncientCraftImports.com if you're interested in that. There goes an airplane right over the top of me there. The brewery is something I can't pronounce. It's just, I can't pronounce it. Anyway, whatever. 4.9% ABV. We're going to do this one compared to this recent brew that I got, I had never seen before, out of the Czech Republic, called Bohemian Regent. And I reviewed this beer not too long ago. This dark lager. This is a 4.7% ABV. Bohemian Regent. I can't get close enough to the camera. I had to back it off so you can see my table where I do the swapping around and stuff. The Bohemian Regent Brewery is one of the oldest in the world and is one of the cultural heritage landmarks of the Czech Republic. The brewery was established in 1379 in the castle of southern Bohemian town of Trebon. It remains independent and family-owned after 600 years, while still strictly adhering to traditional Czech brewing methods. Okay? So, government warning, all that kind of good garbage. A bunch of dadgum stuff I can't read. But this is also imported by Ancient Craft Imports in Paxico, Texas. So Ancient Craft Imports imports both of these brews. And I'm glad they do, because I've enjoyed them both, and they import several other brews. So Ancient Craft Imports, thank you for what you do. I appreciate being able to try these brews here in America. And I thank you for being my friend on Facebook as well. Now these are, I mean, they're supposed to be drank out of a goblet or whatever, but I don't have that. So we're gonna pop these open. I've got a piece of blue tape on the bottom of this mug that I'm gonna do the Bohemian Regent out of, and the Kutna Hora will not have a piece of blue tape on the bottom of it. And we're gonna compare these brews head to head, and I don't think I'll be able to distinguish which one is which. I just don't drink enough of them to know, but I will be able to tell which one I prefer. So we're going to start with the Bohemian Regent. I'm going to try to pour it with as little head as possible, and I only do this because I'm doing a taste challenge. If I was not doing a taste challenge, y'all, I'd pour it hard with a big head on it. But because we're doing a taste challenge, I like to get the challenge started, and it takes a while. For some of these brews, it takes a while for the head to die down. So that one is poured with very little head at all. Nothing. There ain't no head on it at all. Pretty brew. Pretty dark lager at a 4.7% ABV. Alright. czechbeeralliance.com or .co.uk if you're interested in checking out the original brewery or something like that. Alright, so let's see. Get my bottle opener out for this one. This just has a plain old silver crown on it, nothing on it, just silver. So we'll put that over to the side. And let's pour this with as little head as possible as well. That one's got a different kind of website on it other than whatever. We'll pour it with as little head as possible. And like I said, y'all, I would pour these with a head on them if I was just drinking the beer. I like to experience the aroma in the beer. I like to experience the flavor of the head in beer. But I have reviewed both these beers before, and that one's pouring with a head regardless, and it's a lot darker. The Kutna Hora is. Let's see. I'm gonna pour just a little bit more off in there to get them about the same. All right. There's a dadgum mosquito on me. I got him. You a dead mosquito now, dadgum, you piece of garbage. Stuck in my arm hair. I got blood on me now from where I killed that mosquito. Alright, so I'm going to have to wait a few minutes to let that head die down because it poured with a head. It gently as I poured it, it still poured with a head on it, you can see. And you can obviously see, I can hear. I'm pretty sure y'all probably can on the camera, but my camera is a little bit further away from me so I can get my table in the camera. I can't tell if y'all can see the difference or not. I know you can see the head on it, but the Bohemian Regent Dark Lager is a hell of a lot lighter than the Kutna Hora Czech Dark Lager 12. It's a hell of a lot lighter. This is super dark, and it poured with a nice head on it regardless. I didn't even pour it hard, y'all, and it poured with a head on it. So I'm going to pause the video here, let these suds die down a little bit, and then we'll continue with the review. Alright, y'all, so I've waited here about 5 minutes waiting for this head to dissipate on the Kutna Hora Dark Lager 12, and the head is just taking forever. But I want to show y'all, because I can't tell from way back here, I want to show y'all up close to the camera the difference in the color of these brews. And I'm pretty sure y'all can tell when I have them up close to the camera which one's darker. The Czech Dark Lager 12 is extremely dark, where the Dark Lager from Bohemian Regent is not as dark. Big difference in the pour, big difference in the color, big difference in the head. I poured this very softly, and it's still got a head on it. It's just lingering, and it's lacing all the way around the glass. So I'm probably not going to be able I'm probably going to be able to distinguish which one is which when I take a drink of them. But I'll still be able to tell, which one I prefer out of the two. I just kind of do the best I can, y'all. I got to do this stuff by myself. I ain't got no help. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to swap these around, and I know I'll be able to tell which one is which because of the foam in them. I do, But I'm going to take my glasses off. I'm going to shut my eyes, and here we go. Oh yeah, it's time for the Fiddle Man. Fiddle Man, do your thing. All right, I'm going to stop right there. I don't know which one of these is which. I'll be able to tell when I take a sip because of the head on the Kutna Hora. But anyway, I've got a blue piece of tape on the bottom of the Bohemian Regent brew, and the other one, and the Kutna Hora, is no tape on it. So these Czech brews are for all American workers. Hey, I love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for the hard work that you do to provide for yourselves and your families and pay your own damn way just like I do. I love and appreciate y'all. Cheers, brothers and sisters. Alright, so I can tell that this is the Bohemian Regent because I didn't feel any head. Anyway, delicious brew. And I can tell that this is a Kutna Hora because I could feel the head on my lip when I took a sip of it. I don't know, y'all. Dadgum, they taste almost identical. They taste almost identical, y'all. That is very strange. I figured with the Kutna Hora being darker, it would have a little more roasty toastiness to it. But I'm getting that roasty toasty flavor out of both of them. They're both delicious. Which one do I prefer? That's a tough call. That's a tough call, man, because they taste almost identical. The Bohemian Regent, which I believe that's what this is, has just a little bit more of a caramel tinge to it, just a little bit. Where I'm not getting the caramel note out of this one. This one has just a slight deeper, richer flavor, just a little bit. But I'm not getting any caramel out of this one, but I'm getting just a little bit of caramel out of this one here. I think I prefer the Bohemian Regent, which I believe that's what this is, the Bohemian Regent. Alright, so I'm going to open my eyes. I've made my decisions and I was correct. That's the Bohemian Regent. Kind of hard not to know which one is which when you can feel the head. These are both delicious brews. I'm going to score them an even A. Let me put them in their right place here. I actually prefer the flavor of the Bohemian Regent just a little bit more. Not by much. They're both fantastic. Something interesting, a couple of things interesting. When I was waiting for the head to go down, I was looking at the cans and the bottles. And the Bohemian Regent is actually about almost 200 years older than the Kutna Hora brewery. They both have the same amount of beer in them. They're both half a liter. This is a half-liter can. This is a half-liter bottle. So both of them have the same amount in them. I can go ahead and pour them off in there. Another interesting quality I found that the best by date, I don't know where it said it on here. Best before, see bottom. All right, so this was best before July of 2024. Best before July 2024. This one is best before, what did I see it? Oh, here it is. Best before May of 2024. All right, so this one was best before July 2024. This is best before July or May of 2024. So that don't mean a whole lot to me because they're both still delicious. They both still taste good. But as far as flavor goes, I prefer the Bohemian Regent just a little bit more than the Kutna Hora dark lager. The Bohemian Regent had just a slight touch of caramel, where the Kutna Hora had a little more deeper, a richer flavor. Just a little bit. I mean, they almost identical, other than a little deeper, a little richer, and a little bit more caramel in this one. They're both delicious, but I choose the Bohemian Regent out of these two brews. These two Czech brews. 200 years difference in the age of the brewery. Both brewed in the Czech Republic. So Bohemian Regent wins today. All right, y'all. That's been a Showdown Saturday Suds this week. I'll be back next week. I love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. If you like the videos, there's a little beer mug down in the bottom corner, down here, I think. A little beer mug right there. You subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try to do different beers every week, but man, I'm having a hard time finding some different beers here lately. I've got more than 1,000 videos up there on YouTube, so I mean, if you like beer like I do, it ain't gonna make that much difference. Just come check me out. And if you ever see either one of these brews in your local liquor store or whatever, give them both. Give them either one or both of them a shot if you ain't never, because they're both delicious brews. I score them an even A. All right, y'all. I'll be back next week. I love and appreciate y'all. There's my neighbor. It's a Democrat. Cheers, y'all.